Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me there?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. How about you?
I'm fine, and you?
Great. Have you been studying?
A little bit. I've been doing some flip cards.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been studying.
Okay, so remember that one of the things to keep in mind is that whenever you're doing Duolingo, you should read the notes. Are you reading the notes?
Yes, I am.
Okay, whenever you've got a question about something, a concept, an idea, an explanation that you find, just take a screenshot, share it with me on the conversation here on Skype, and I'll get back to you as soon as I get some time off, okay?
Yes, I'll do.
So let's get started then.
Yes.
Can you see my screen well, or is it too small?
No, I can see it well.
Okay, great. Let's see. Okay, so you're at castle 1.
One.
Or 1. Okay, so let's do 1 then. Okay, so okay, so how do you say this in Spanish?
Mi tarea.
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 Yeah, once again, mi tarea.
Mi tarea.
Yeah, so let's have a look. Let's work on the pronunciation of the words down the screen, and then we translate them. So repeat after me. Bienvenido.
Bienvenido.
Maestro.
Maestro.
Con.
Con.
Pescado.
Pescado.
Good. So what are the translations of those words?
Bienvenido, that is welcome.
Bienvenido.
Bienvenido. And maestro is some kind of teacher.
Teacher, yeah. I would say that maestro is like yeah, it's a teacher, a professor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Con.
That is with.
With, how do you say without?
Sin.
Pescado.
That's fish.
That's a fish, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yo leo y escribo.
Yo leo, escribo. I read and write.
I read and write. How do you say important in Spanish?
Importante.
Importante. How do you say business?
I forgot. I actually know, but I forgot.
It's in the back of your head.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So, negocio, once again, pronunciation, negocio.
Negocio.
So I want you to tell me a phrase by using this word negocio. Tell me in English and I'll translate it for you.
Okay, my business is doing well.
Mi negocio está yendo bien. So, pronunciation.
Yes.
Go ahead. Mi negocio.
Mi negocio.
Está yendo.
Está yendo.
Bien.
Bien. My business is well.
Yeah. Is going or is doing well.
Yeah, it's doing well.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just plug my mobile phone to the how do you call that? The switch, the plug, the energy plug. So the next one is, let's see. Oh, unbelievable. Let's hope this
Yeah.
Oh, it got back to the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just pick another lesson. It's been happening. I haven't been able to fix that. It doesn't close. It sometimes does, but let's do this one. Notas, práctica normal, lección. Oh, let's do a hard lesson.
You mean?
Why me? No, it's okay.
Because
I'll be.
You said it like a mean teacher. Oh, let's do a hard.
I didn't know. I hadn't seen that choice before. It's the first time that I see it, to be honest. But I mean, that's the deal. The idea is that I teach you new content while we're doing the lesson, because of course you are able to access the notes, the explanations, and the vocabulary on Duolingo. So the idea is to teach you something new aside from what you have been studying lately.
Okay. Okay.
So okay, let's see. What's your guess about the translation for this question?
Do they? Ellos tienen un teléfono.
See, it wasn't that hard. It's not that hard.
Yay!
So let's do it again. Ellos tienen un teléfono.
Ellos tienen un teléfono.
Good. So let's have a look at the words on the screen. Let's do the pronunciation. Repeat after me. Carne.
Carne.
And difícil.
Difícil.
Good. So what do you think the translation of those words are?
Well, carne, that's meat.
Yeah. And difícil?
Does that mean broken, or no, not broken,
okay.
but
so difícil is difficult. Okay, so please tell me a phrase using the word difficult.
That will be easy. It's difficult to learning Spanish.
To learn Spanish. It's difficult. Okay, es difícil. Aprender, that's to learn. Spanish, español.
Español, yeah.
So let's do it. Let's do the pronunciation. Repeat after me. Es difícil.
Es difícil.
Aprender español.
Aprender español.
Aprender.
Aprender español.
How do you say easy?
Oh, that was a hard one.
Easy is fácil.
Fácil, yeah, yeah.
So let's do the same phrase, but let's just switch difficult for easy. So let's say es fácil aprender español.
Yeah.
So pronunciation after me. Es fácil.
Es fácil.
Aprender español.
Aprender español. Oh.
Good. So let's do a phrase by using the word meat. What is it in Spanish?
Carne.
Carne. So a phrase.
Carne. Chili, no. What? I like meat.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Let's do a mí me gusta la carne. So pronunciation after me. A mí me gusta.
A mí me gusta.
La carne.
La carne. But why do you say a, I, me?
Yeah, so I'm going to sort of explain that. This is just an exception to the rule of how to conjugate verbs, but this is the sort of, there are a few verbs which are conjugated like this. This is the most common one though. So this is as if you said in English, to me, I like the meat.
Oh, okay. To me, I like, okay.
If you were to translate it, right? But I know that doesn't make sense in English, but that's kind of the way that we say it in Spanish. Okay. So yes. Now the thing is, you can skip the two words if you want. The two first words, you can skip them.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't lose meaning. Even if you skip those two first words, you can just say me gusta la carne if you want.
Okay. But that will be kind of, you know, when you say, yeah, but when you say a mí me gusta la carne, that will be an adult way to say it, but me le gusta carne maybe is a child way to pronounce it, or?
No, it's more about conjugations. It's more about conjugations. So, so there are 5 basic conjugations. Okay, let me just write some notes here. See game, tiny cards, so I don't forget what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
So it's more about conjugation. So there are 5 different basic conjugations that you are to learn first thing. Those are the 5 conjugations you must learn, like until you know more vocabulary and you can speak in Spanish. After you have learned those, then we can cover more conjugations, like more not so important conjugations, if you will. So what's the deal? So the conjugations are for I, which is yo.
Yeah.
Tú, which is you. Informal. Yeah. Informal. Or more than informal, I would say it's casual. It's not informal, it's just casual. Okay. The other conjugation is for usted, which is the formal you.
Mm.
Or she, or he, or it, which are ella, él, and eso.
Mm.
So we have covered 1, 2, 3, and then we conjugations, which is nosotros or nosotras. I like typing an at sign to convey the idea that it can be a female group or a male group of whatever. Okay, so nosotros or nosotras, and then the last conjugation that you should learn, it's conjugations regarding they, the pronoun they, which is ellos or ellas, right?
Yes.
Now, ustedes. So, for example, the conjugation for they, it's also the conjugation for ustedes, which is the plural form of you.
Okay.
So those are the 5 different conjugations. So I was telling you that the reason why you can skip this me part is because when you're speaking about yourself, so there are 5 conjugations. The ones which cover only one person, you can skip the pronoun in the translation in Spanish. Because there is just one person that is covered by that conjugation. You understand my point?
Yes.
Yes. So for example, yo, there is only one pronoun, one translation, so you can just skip it. So I'm going to give you some examples to be clear, really clear about this concept. So for example, if I say, I watch TV.
Yeah.
Then the translation of that would be, yo veo televisión. But since there is only one translation for I, or one pronoun, to be more specific, you can just say veo. You can just keep yo if you want, because it would be obvious who you're speaking about, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
The conjugation would be clear enough to let the other people know who you're speaking about.
Yeah.
The same happens with tú. Same thing. There would be just it only covers one pronoun. For now, I'll just say that for now. But it's the same case. Like, for example, let's do the same example. Tú ves televisión.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see that the verb changed. Yes. I see is yo veo and you see is tú ves.
Yeah.
So if you skip the pronoun tú, it would be obvious again who you're speaking about.
Yeah.
Okay. But there are exceptions to this. So if it covers if the conjugation covers more than one pronoun, then you are to say and mention the pronoun in Spanish, because it wouldn't be clear who you're speaking about, right? So let's do the same example. She watches TV. So you would have to say ella ve televisión. And again, you would have to mention the translation of the pronoun she, because ve is also the conjugation for he or for it or for you, which is the formal you, right?
Yes.
So you would have to mention it in this case because it covers more than one pronoun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The same rule would apply to the conjugation of they, which is also the same one for the plural of you. So you would have to say ellos ven televisión, or you would have to say ustedes, as in you guys, ven televisión.
Yeah.
Okay. But for example, with nosotros, it's only one pronoun which is covered by this conjugation. So you can skip nosotros if you want. You can just say vemos televisión.
Yeah.
If you want, you can say nosotros, but if you want to skip it, you can do it as well. It would be obvious for people to know who you're speaking about. Okay.
Yes.
Nice. So I was going to share, you told me that you've got an Android device, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to check this deck regarding the conjugations of like, because let me just so tiny cards. Okay, so because they are tricky, the conjugations for this verb are tricky, but if you learn them, then it'll be easy for you to conjugate some other, there are like other 3 or 4 verbs which are conjugated the same way as you would the verb like. So I would recommend you to have a look at this deck, like. Do you see it?
Yes.
And I recommend you study it before this application is closed, because it'll be closed like in a month. So yeah, for some reason they're going to close it. They're going to send me all the content, but I guess that they're going to send it to me on an Excel file or something like that. Like, it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be on an application that works like this one.
No.
So I don't think so. So you should definitely.
But do they close down Flipkart? Or
tiny
only
cards.
Just tiny cards? They close it down?
Yeah, apparently I got an email this week that in which they were letting their customers know that they're closing in about 1 month or so. So yeah, it's a shame. I mean, it's free, so I understand, but yeah. Anyway, so they're going to close it. I will have to find a new service to make new decks. It's a pity that they're going to close it. But the good thing is that there are only 12 cards that you need to study to get an idea on how you should conjugate the verb like.
Okay.
So that's part of your homework. Now, the other thing to do that I haven't shared with you is the application, an application called C Game Verb something. C Game Spanish verb C game. So I'm going to show it to you. This is the one. Look. You might want to. What?
It's just look very nice.
It does. It does. So as you see, they will. So check the crab down the screen, right? This is pretty much how the game works. So they show you a pronoun down the screen, and the fish that are passing by are showing you the correct like all the different conjugations for the verb ser. You see it?
Yeah, ser.
So you need to, like, in order for you to be able to finish the game, you need to have a look on internet what the what the correct conjugations are for verb ser. So I'm going to give you a tip, a strategy that you can use. I changed my interface so I can't find anything. I need to organize it, but Spanish Dick. Let's see, dictionary. This is, okay, so have you downloaded this dictionary?
No, I use Google Translate.
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, because, well, regarding a dictionary, what I want you to do is on here, like, this is the best dictionary, in my opinion, that you can use. I highly recommend that you take a screenshot so you can download it when we're done with the lesson.
Yeah.
Did you take it yet?
No, I'm writing it down.
Okay. So this is the best dictionary. So what you will want to do is when you're on the game, on the C game, so you will find that they show you verb ser. So it's got like the 100, the 100 most common verbs in Spanish. So let's see ser. Ser. And you look it up and then you will find conjugation tab. Do you see it?
Yeah.
So here you will see what all the right conjugations for each one of the pronouns are, the correct ones.
Oh.
And what you will do on the game is that as each one of the fish is passing by, you need to tap the correct conjugation for the pronoun that you are being shown at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to show you again what it looks like. So you see like this. So the first space is present, the 100 most common verbs in Spanish. So check this out. So the first one is ser. So as soon as you tap ser, the option ser, this interface is going to pop up. And then you see the pronoun is on the left, nosotros, and the verb is on the right, ser. And then the fish passing by are the different conjugations for all the different pronouns in Spanish. And you need to tap the correct one for that pronoun that is popping up down the screen. Then as soon as you get it right, a new pronoun is going to pop up. So it can be you, it can be I, it can be she. And again, you need to tap the correct conjugation so you can pass this level. So when you have passed this level, then you can go to the second one, estar, and then the third one, tener, and then the fourth one, hacer, and then the fifth one, and so on.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a really, really helpful application. I would highly recommend that you play with this one when you're tired of doing Duolingo. Because I know I like Duolingo because it's giving tips and notes and explanations about the grammar, so you can actually learn grammar on your own. And you just need me to teach you pronunciations and some rules as well, but you can learn on your own as well. So that will save you some time in the process to be fluent. But I know that being on the same platform all the time, it can be stressful.
No, so, I just think I die very quickly on Duolingo.
So or whenever you run out of lives on Duolingo, it would be a good idea to come here on this application and practice here, because that way you will give the other application some time to refill your lives, and that way you don't need to stop practicing if you're motivated that day.
Okay, I will do.
Okay, so hopefully this didn't close. It did close. Fuck it. So let me just close this. It's because of the hardware that I've got on this mobile phone. It's not slow, but it's got a really shitty RAM. So let me see what else I was going to tell you. So I think that's pretty much it. So let's continue.
Yes.
So do you have a job? How do you say this? It didn't close.
No, that's nice. Yeah.
Thankfully.
That was tienes.
Yes.
Tienes un trabajo?
Perfect. Let's work on the pronunciation of the words on the screen. Repeat after me. Casa.
Casa.
Tengo.
Tengo.
Tienes.
Tienes.
Para.
Para.
What are the translations of those words?
Casa is house.
Mm-hmm.
Tengo is have.
I have.
I have. Para is just had it on my tennis cards. It's para is where? No.
It's usually the preposition to. As in, this email is to you, or this gift is to you.
Yeah.
Or for you, right?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah, like forwarded to sort of thing.
Yeah.
Tienes.
Have.
You have.
Do you have? Yeah.
Yeah. So another thing, how do you say vegetables in Spanish?
I don't know.
Vegetables. It's actually the same word, but the pronunciation changes.
Yeah.
So you should say vegetales. Repeat after me, vegetales.
Vegetales. Vegetales.
Yes. So I want you to tell me a phrase by using this word in English. I'll translate it for you.
The vegetables are fresh.
The vegetables are fresh. Okay, so that will be los vegetales están frescos. So repeat after me. Los vegetales.
Los vegetales.
Vegetales. That G sounds like an H. Vegetales.
No, vegetales. Vegetales.
Están frescos.
Están frescos.
Nice. So another thing that I wanted to mention is that as opposed to English, I think I have told you this. If remind me if I have, but I think not. So the article there in English is used when talking about specific ideas, right?
Yeah.
But when we're speaking about a general idea, we don't use it in English. Like if we're speaking about penguins, like all the penguins in the world, we would just say penguins, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't say the penguins.
Oh, yeah.
In Spanish, we do.
Yeah.
So you should, it's better for you to overuse the article the than not using it. There are some exceptions in which you shouldn't use it, but you will get more phrases right than wrong by using it.
Okay.
So let's just have a look at the translations of the article there. What are they?
Well, I don't see anything.
Do you see my screen? I mean, are you having a look at my screen?
No, they, ellas. Las. Oh, they. Las. Los.
So those are the 5 different translations which the article there have.
Oh, yeah.
So, do you know what the difference are among them?
No.
So el is for masculine singular noun.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Example, the bear.
Yeah.
Which would be el oso.
El oso.
Los is a masculine plural noun. Example, the bears. So that would be los osos.
Yeah.
La is for feminine singular noun. Example, the table. So the table would be la mesa.
La mesa. Yeah.
And las is for feminine plural nouns. So the same example, but in plural, las mesas. And finally, to finish today, lo with an adjective, but not an, so hold up, an adjective, but not speaking about a group of something.
No.
So what I mean by this is, if we say the poor, then that should be translated like the poor people in Spanish. So you should say los pobres. But if you want to translate the article the as lo, a good example for that, and it's the only that I have been able to come up with this week. I haven't been able to come up with another one. But for example, when we say the same in English,
yeah,
we're not speaking about a group of anything, right? We're just saying that something is the same. Like, hey, how are you doing? Oh, the same, right?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
So in Spanish, that would be lo mismo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So pronunciation after me, lo mismo.
Lo mismo.
Yes. So, okay, we're done for today, and I'll talk to you then next week, same day, same times.
Yes, same day, same times.
Okay, so I highly recommend that you download the applications that I shared with you today, the C game verbs, Spanish verbs, and the dictionary. There is actually another translator that you might want to use as well. It's way better than, I think you shared it with me, didn't you? I don't remember. So it's this dictionary, this one. Did you know it?
No, I didn't know it.
Dipil, but it's only a site. It's a web page that you need to go to. There is no application for this.
Oh, okay.
So it's dipl.com, just like you see it up the screen. Did you write it yet?
Yes, I have wrote it down. Yes.
So it's a really good, I think it's a more accurate translator than Google Translate. So yeah, seriously, like I have tried it myself, and many of my students have tried them themselves, and they agree with me. So you should definitely try it, and it's got many different other languages, so it might be very useful for you.
I will try it.
Okay, so have a great weekend. I'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Yes, have a great weekend.
Okay, you as well. Bye-bye.
Bye.